We're back with part two, and I do apologize again. The internet has had no problems at all that I've been able to see, except for when I've streamed the last two nights. It will go down just long enough to end the stream. I thought maybe it would come back, but it didn't do it. I need to contact my ISP and see what's going on. This is insane, but I do apologize for that. But we are back, hopefully, with no more interruptions tonight. I'm not sure what's going on, why this is happening. But we are here now, and we'll go ahead and continue. If hopefully the people over there at the other one will come back here to this one. So yeah, sorry about that, but yeah, just the nature. I hate that when that occurs, but this is the only time it's ever happened is literally when I'm streaming live, and it's happened. This is the second time it's happened. I'm not sure what's going on. Yeah, it's got to be my internet provider. It is. That's what's happening. It's not the. I don't know what's going on. But anyways, but thanks for sticking with me. Thanks for coming back. Hopefully, all the other people will come back over here. And I apologize, but here we go. Let's get this thing happening here and presume. Continue where we're at here. Let's get to this from Mo. Says it wouldn't surprise me if gold went down and silver rose. Everything has been happening, and that could happen very easily. If a depression hit globally, then silver could go crazy because most citizens can't afford gold and they want something they can hold in their hand and is weighty. Small 10-ounce gold piece doesn't do the trick for a lot of people. They want some weight. Yes, I understand what you're saying, Mo, and logically, on the surface, that makes sense. However, the industrial demand would absolutely collapse if there is a global depression, and that would far outweigh the demand for people buying it. Most people were probably, unless there's a currency collapse that would go along with that depression, and I don't know that that necessarily would be the case. The powers that be would certainly find something to replace it to give people some false sense of security with silver, but or with cash, with the fiat currency, because the last thing what they want to do is for that to collapse before they. Excuse me. Oh man, but anyway, so that's yeah, but I understand where you're coming from, and who knows? I do think that if we were to see something calamitous like that, and we see cash just hyperinflate, then that's a situation where you would see that occur when silver could go up like that dramatically. But even that would be a tough sell. All right, what is going on here? Here we go. All right, let's see here. Let's slurp some more coffee. Hopefully we're getting this just in time before the scammers call us. Here, let's see. Because we're expecting them in literally two right here in 2 minutes from right now. So we'll see if they actually do call us. All right. Let's see. Let's press on to the next comment here. Silver will always break your heart. Yeah, I tell you what, it does seem like that. You know, and many times I've been around long enough, and many people feel that I'm down on silver or I'm pessimistic about silver. I'm not. About the metal itself, I'm not pessimistic about. But I know how prices work, and I know that people that say for sure the price is going to never fall below this amount again, or it's going to go up to this amount. They've been proven wrong almost every single time when they've been so sure of it. And so, anyways, let's see. B. Williams, excellent job putting this explanation out there in terms that everybody can understand. Well, thank you, B. Williams. I appreciate that, sir, very, very much. Very kind of you. And hold. That's right. That's the power of holding. That's right. Hold on tightly and don't let go. Good to see 79. Maybe 79 will show up with us here tonight. I don't know. Stranger things have happened. You never can know. A.C. Taylor says here, hey, Sal, I haven't commented in a very long time. I thought you looked familiar. Welcome back. Appreciate you commenting. A question makes me break my silence. Are you the Reverend Beatman from the Reverend Beatman and the Isabel Garcia listening to that song Black Metal? I swear that is your voice. It is me. It is me. So if this keeps you coming back and commenting and watching, well, we'll do it. I'm going to lay claim to that title, even though I've never heard of those people. I have no clue what that is. And why would a Reverend Beatman sounds like a rapper singing black metal? I don't know. Which is a form of music. Let's see here. Oh yeah. Let's see here. Where are we at? Let's get over here to this. Just Sam, Street Dimes. There we go. You know who sells a capsule to fit the Diamond Fist round? No, there is no direct fit capsule. You're gonna have to get a 39 millimeter double thick and get gaskets for it. And I don't know where you would get those, but if you can find those, you can do it. Here comes some of the scammers. Let's do it. Hello.
Hey, Jim, it's David at Merck Financial. How are you, man?
Good. You're calling right on time. That's unusual. Usually they don't call right on time, so I appreciate it. Or sometimes they don't even call at all. So I'm very.
Well,
You're a step above and beyond the rest. How are you?
I like to think that as well myself. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good.
Good.
Over in San Diego. I'm not sure where you're located, but it's a nice 88 degrees outside right now. So
Nice. Now, hold on 1 second. We got somebody else that's calling right in the nick of time too. Let's get them in here.
Hi, Griffin. How we doing, man?
Hello. I haven't even answered the phone. You were already talking before I even answered. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. I'm just excited to talk to you. That's why.
Well, I appreciate the excitement. That's very good. So, what's your name?
All right. So my name is Ralph. I'm director of funding here with the company.
Say that again, but like 7 times slower. Try it 7 times slower than what you just did.
Gotcha. So my name is Ralph. I am
Raph.
director of funding.
And we have, and who's on the other? Okay, so Raph you're on line 2, and who's on line 1?
I'm David.
David and Raph. David, Raph. All right, Riff, Raph, and David. Sweet. I like it. So how may I help you gentlemen today? What can I do to serve you?
Raph, you feel free to go, man.
I don't know who you are, David. I'm not going to talk. I don't even know who David is.
David's he's my wingman. He's my wingman.
So he's your wingman?
Yeah.
He's your wingman.
So
Okay.
it's all good. It's all good in the neighborhood. David's cool. It's all right. Go ahead.
Gotcha. All right. So, as you know, we were texting. We were in
Right.
communication through text. I didn't get much information from you.
That's because I wanted to talk by phone.
Exactly.
Right.
So, I mean, that being said, and moving forward, I just wanted to know how we could add value to you in the business. Obviously, we provide working capital, and we have a few different programs. We have SBA loan programs, term loans, lines of credit, obviously revenue-based financing.
Right.
So I really just wanted to get a better idea of what would be a good fit for you, and just hear a little bit more about the business and see if we would be a good fit for each other or not. Because not everyone qualifies, and this may not be the best option for you. So,
Well, I'm gonna make a wild assessment here. I'm gonna go ahead and predict that it's gonna be the perfect fit. There's gonna be no fit that's gonna be more perfect than me dealing with Raph and David. Okay, this is gonna be just the bomb diggity. What people in the world of finance call the bomb diggity. This is what this is gonna be on this St. David's Day. This is St. David's Day, by the way. Did you know that?
St. David's Day. Well, now I do know it's St. David's Day.
Yeah. This Patrick guy, forget about Patrick. We're talking about David. He's on line 1. He's the guy that's listening in right now. He's my wingman.
It might be St. Raph's Day.
It could be St. Raph's Day. We'll see. We're going to see which one. So what we need, so my business has been in business for about 14 years, and we are looking to get some more capital, more money to make the business grow with our new and improved product that we're putting on the market right now. That is going to just fly off the shelf, I think, once we get it. It is a dog leash, okay? And this is a special dog leash that around the collar, it's tied to the collar. So, in other words, it's a leash collar combo. And we call it the silver doggy leash, okay? It's a silver doggy leash. And it's got silver lined on the inside of the collar to add comfort, aid and comfort to your what do you call a dog? Your canine friend, okay? You understand that? And so it's a calming effect when it's lined with 4 nines. It's not 3 nines pure silver. We want 4 nines pure silver completely lining the inside of that collar so that when it rubs against the fur and the skin of the dog, it will provide a sense of comfort and aid to our best friend. You've heard of aiding and comfort the enemy? You've ever heard of that phrase?
No, I haven't.
Okay, well, it's a phrase that's used in the military, to provide aid and comfort to the enemy. We want to provide aid and comfort to our best friend, the doggies. And silver's going to do that on the inside of this collar. It's a special patent pending, not a patent Benatar pending, but just a patent pending, just the regular one, not the Benatar one. Okay.
Hey Jim, how big do you make those collars?
We make them anywhere from the circumference of from a Chihuahua all the way up to a Great Dane.
I might need a little bigger than a Great Dane. I have a Corso.
I have a Corso.
Oh my God.
What kind of? Okay, well, we can get a. We might have to do some custom work on that because we've not really market tested the Corso breed yet, but it might be something to consider.
I like custom work. You can use them as a model if you want.
That sounds great. Can you do me a favor? Can you make an injection mold of the entire head of your dog and email it to me?
Yeah, I got you. FedEx that overnight right now.
Sweet Home, Pennsylvania. I like it a lot. Not just a little bit. I like that a lot. Yeah. Very good. So what do you think? So that's our initiative here.
All right, so that's the issue. That's what you're looking to use the capital for.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: you've been doing it for 14 years. What did you guys make in revenue last year?
I thought you would never ask. And by the way, we're going to strike while the iron's hot because silver's down 21 cents right now. So this is a good time to procure the money. Let me navigate to my accounting department and see how much I make per month. Waiting for the answer. Hopefully it's going to be coming any moment now. Sometimes it takes about 20 seconds. There's a delay here, but I'm.
What are you making? What, 35 million a month?
No. We're gonna get it here. Hold on a second. We're gonna get it here in just a minute. I'm gonna tell because you haven't even asked me how much I want. But I'm gonna tell you that too. But first, I'm gonna get the answer to how much I earn per month. We're waiting here. If I don't get it, I'll have to look it up myself. I'm gonna give you an exact number. There it is. We got it. $98,000 per month, each and every month, without fail. 98,000. And by the way, just for David, you've got the Corso, right?
Yes, sir.
So it's a big dog, as we both know. We've discerned that that's a large, which means it's got large fecal matter. Okay. So what kind of Ichabod crane do you use to pick up the fecal matter of the dog?
Just old school bag.
Old school bag. Okay. Is it a double pound weight because it's a heavy piece of poopy? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I use hefties for each pile.
I like that. I like it. And do you recycle the fecal matter by any chance? Because that's going to be our next business venture. We're going to use. You'll never guess which metal we're going to use to recycle the poopy.
Aluminum.
No.
What metal?
You get 84 more guesses. But that's it.
You're very generous on your guesses, then.
I am. I'm a generous guy. That's what she said. So go ahead. You got
what kind of metal are you using, Jim?
I'm using, wait for it, silver. Yes, you would never guess right. And silver's now down 16 cents. Earlier it was down 21 cents. But so it's trading at
perfect time to buy.
Perfect time to buy. Although it could fall even more from right now because no one really knows what it's going to do. But it's $79.26 per ounce right now. And so, with that being said, with me earning $98,000 an ounce, I mean a month, that means, gentlemen, that I know how much to ask for that sounds realistic, to where you say this could be possible. I know the answer to give to that, and that answer is going to be before you even ask. I would like to get $120,000 for this loan, because fecal poop matters. Fecal, you know what I mean?
What about Wayne?
Wayne? Who's Wayne?
Yeah, sorry about that.
Tell Wayne I said hello. Hello, Wayne.
At the same time. Yeah, his name is Nigel.
Nigel. All right, we'll call him Wayne for short. Is his last name Faraj by any chance? Is it Nigel Faraj?
Hey, how you doing?
Hi, Nigel. Is your last name Faraj by any even chance or odd chance?
Hey, Gafan, really good question. All right, so sounds like you guys are doing pretty good. You're doing around $98,000 a month, right? So
exactly $98,000 a month. Not around. It's exactly $98,000 a month.
Exactly $98,000 a month. All right. So let me ask you this, right? Are you guys where are you guys selling these leashes from? Are you selling this online? Is it a digital product? Like how are you selling it?
Well, we're trying to figure out which one's going to be better to do? Online, via carrier pigeon, or via a brick and mortar store, or maybe perhaps at pets.com or Pets Plus or whatever that store is. We want to get nationwide, and we want to do a test market in Bangladesh for this first, or maybe in actually the Iranian market is pretty hot right now. They love dogs over there in Iran.
I don't think dogs are going to survive in Iran right now.
Well, you never know.
Your dog's lifespan might be cut short by like 50 years.
It very well could be, yeah.
So, I mean, with that being said, so right now, where are you guys selling out of? Are you selling online, or are you doing a brick and mortar right now?
We're doing brick and mortar right now. Well, we haven't sold anything yet. As I eat this Milan cookie with dark chocolate in the middle of it, to answer your question.
So how are you generating income right now? Where's the $98,000 coming from?
Oh, it's coming from the other part of the business.
What's the other part of business?
Oh, all right. We sell invoice slips lined with, guess what material these invoice slips are lined with?
Silver.
Yes, you got it. We sell, and it's part of, and that's a secret ingredient for our invoice slips. So we provide invoice slips for companies across the United States, Mexico, and Saskatchewan, Canada. Saskatchewan, Canada. We're pretty big up there in Saskatchewan.
What's the obsession with silver, man? What did gold do to you? I don't understand.
Well, gold's a little bit out of reach. It doesn't have the properties that silver has 10,000 use cases, and I like gold, but gold is really more treasured. It doesn't have the industrial capabilities that silver has. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's not that I'm against gold. Right.
Got you. So how much were you looking to get? I mean, to
$120,000. $120,000.
How soon do you need it? Because I know you told me you're waiting for the patent to go through.
That's right. Well, I hate to sound like I'm really impatient here, but if I could get it within the next 7 years, I would be very happy. I know that might be tough to do, but is that a possibility? Hey, that's a pretty good whistle. See that whistle?
I'm gonna have a belly and 3 kids.
That's a whistle. That's quite a whistle you did.
All right.
Was that a suck-in whistle or a blow-out whistle? Which one of those?
I don't suck anything in.
That's what she said. You're not P. Diddy. You get the baby oil going. By the way, the baby oil is going to be our next product after the other thing I talked about earlier. And guess what we're going to infuse in the baby oil?
Oh my God. Silver.
You got it. That's right. You guys are great. Both of you are great. Now, next time I ask a question.
Let me ask you this. Do you have any outstanding balances right now? Like, have you ever borrowed money before?
And let me tell you what. I'm so balanced. My sense of balance is always outstanding. I can stand on one leg and put my arm out, and I can still stay up.
Really?
Yep, I got a great sense of balance. It's outstanding.
That's pretty cool. I can stand on one arm, upside down.
I can stand on 2 legs too, by the way.
Stack of books on my leg. With a stack of books on my leg, brother.
Wow, nice. What kind of books? What kind of books do you stack on your leg? Just curious.
Oh, nothing, man. Just books from social studies.
Social studies?
Yeah, Dr. Seuss books, brother.
Okay, I love Dr. Seuss.
Studies books are the fucking heaviest books in the world. Okay, so that being said, you said you won $120,000, and obviously 7 years is a very long time. I'm probably still going to be in the industry then, and obviously I can do it. But we can build a relationship over the next 7 years, and we can.
I like it.
120,000 7 times. So
nice.
I can get that. I can definitely make that available for you, right? Right now. So what are you looking to do?
Hey, let's rewind back to the. Were you doing a choo-choo train there, or what was that emulating? Just curious. The you just did.
Just going through my thoughts.
Okay, that's what it sounds like, going through your thoughts.
I forgot it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What was the question? What was the answer?
All right, so
Can you give me the question? Give me the question and then the answer right after that, okay?
So the question is, right, could you get me 2 years tax returns and 4 months with the bank statements? Because I want to get you the longest term, for you to pay this back.
Well, what's the answer to that question? What's the answer to that question? What's the answer you want, and what's the answer I'm going to give?
Well, after having a conversation with you for the past 10 minutes, I mean, you have an accounting team, so you sound like a guy who's running a strong business, and
It's
you're running
actually
it
been about.
responsibly. So I'm pretty sure you have 2 years tax returns.
It's
And
technically
if you
been
don't, I'm gonna
about
be upset
13
with you.
minutes, but that's who's counting. 13 minutes.
About 14 minutes actually
Yeah,
now.
14 minutes. Yeah,
But
that's true.
do you have 2 years tax returns? That way
I
can get you
do,
the
but no
program.
loan scammer has never asked me for tax returns. It's just 4 months bank statements, 3 to 4 months bank statements.
Well, I mean, that's because they're just worried about just getting you in through the door and just trying to give you a revenue-based financing product. You know, obviously that's how they get the biggest checks on that. But obviously, if
you're more thorough than the other loan
I think
scammers, aren't you?
market.
You're the more thorough of the
Well, I mean,
loans.
I don't know if they're. I don't know if they're scammers. I don't think anybody's a scammer. If you ask me.
I don't either. Especially that. Yeah, none of the loan scammers that call me.
But if you think I'm a scammer, that's fine. I could just hang up the phone.
No. I want to keep you on the line. We need to. No, I'm just talking about in general. I want to keep you on the phone, so I'm not going to call you a scammer. So we need to build this repertoire, especially if we're going to have a relationship for 7 years, right?
Right.
We need to build a little distrust with each other. That's right. Yes, indeed.
Absolutely. But yeah, I want to go ahead and submit you for some of the better products. Right?
I love better products. I want the primo products.
An SBA loan or a term loan. That'd be anywhere between 5 to 7 years.
You ever heard of a DCA loan? How about you have the DCA loan, dollar cost average loan?
No, I haven't actually.
That's when you dollar cost average. When the price goes low, then you buy more. When it goes up, it buys more. By the way, platinum and palladium are also down.
Let me ask you, what's your credit score?
You know, I don't have it on my person, but I would say it's probably somewhere above I would say probably above 1,300. I would venture to guess. Okay, above 1,300. But I can't be specific because I don't have them on my person right now.
1,300 is the best credit score I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, Raph just the Splitsville. He's Splitsville on that one. Raph did. Insane.
Is he off the phone call?
He's off the phone call. He tapped out. It's just you and me, David.
Well, I mean, so I was kind of waiting for that because I know their game. Their game is I'm gonna pitch you SBA and act like a good guy, and then I'm gonna give you an MCA loan with a 200% factor rate.
As long as it's not an MMA, as long as it's not an MMA loan, a mixed martial arts loan, we don't want those. No MMA. No beat downs with the MMA loans.
On the credit question, first of all, I think you're hilarious.
Oh well,
you clearly get these calls all the time.
It's just every single day, like several times a day.
Just all day, every day.
Yeah, that's it though. That's it.
The head underwriter, and they got your file, and they can do something for you. I get it.
Yeah, gotta have fun. That's right. And I'm still waiting for the Brooklyn Bridge offer. No, none of the loan scammers have ever offered me the Brooklyn Bridge yet, but I would be interested in that. I would probably be sold on that. I would probably be.
What would the Brooklyn Bridge offer be?
No, you have to offer it to me, and then I would take it. You know what I mean? It's like yeah. If you offer the Brooklyn Bridge, I'd be like, yeah, I'll take it. But then I'd have to go visit it.
I believe the Brooklyn Bridge is actually. I think it got relocated.
No, that's the London Bridge. They moved that over to
Bridge. You're right. It's in
to Arizona.
Right?
Arizona. Yep, that's right. Arizona.
That's right.
You know how that happened? Because there was a loan scammer that offered somebody the London Bridge, and they got him on a legal technicality, and so he had to deliver it. So he mailed the bridge over, next day air from London to Arizona, Lake Havasu, or I think it's in Lake Havasu or what have you.
Yeah, it's over in that area. Yeah. In Midland by here.
Yeah.
Jim, while you are very funny, do you have a rough estimate on what your actual credit score is?
Well, if I want to be
1,300 divided by 2, or where are we sitting?
Let's do a little bit of let's make the math not math up. Let's go ahead and say about I don't want to be hyperbolic, but I want to say about 1,527 is where I'm guessing. About 1,527, somewhere thereabouts, give or take a couple tenths of a point. You know,
and then are we dividing that by 2?
no. We're going to multiply that by 2, actually. Without being hyperbolic, let's multiply that by 75,000. Without being hyperbolic, okay? I don't want to over-exaggerate it. So let's take the 1,500 or the 15,000. Let's multiply that by another 15,000, and then square it. But no square roots, just square it, because that's the ultimate exponential multiplier if you square root it. No division in this formula, and I think that's going to be somewhere near my credit score. Not perfect, but way, stratospheric, but not hyperbolic.
Okay, so your credit score is 50 trillion 625 billion.
I don't have a calculator, but that sounds about right.
Yeah, well, I could do that's all math in my head, man. That's all math in my head.
I like it a lot. You didn't use AI for that either, right? You didn't use AI, because I could have probably plugged that into my AI.
I am actually AI. What you're talking to is just an AI voice.
Okay,
automator.
if you're really AI, let's see what your bias is. Was Charlie Kirk a good person?
Ooh. AI is unable to answer that question because they're funded by the Israeli government.
Oh my gosh, you're one of those. They're going to make an anti-Israeli AI. It's going to be coming any day now, I'm sure.
I think that's what I can't remember the other one that just lost their contract with the U.S. government.
George Floyd. Was he a good guy?
George Floyd was a fentanyl user.
That's right. And he also beat his, wait for it, girlfriend.
Well, yeah, I mean, that kind of checks out.
His pregnant girlfriend. I think he held a gun to her belly. I think that's what it was. He held the gun to the belly of his girlfriend, or whatever the significant other was. But anyways, it was probably really not George Floyd's fault. It was probably Israel's fault. Actually, it's Benjamin Netanyahu's fault.
I'm sure Bibi Netanyahu probably commissioned the girlfriend beating.
Yes, I think that's what happened. Yeah. And anyways, well, very good. So there's my credit score. So I should be pretty much approved for this loan, given my credit score.
Well, it depends on what you're looking for, and if your credit score is 56 trillion or whatever it is.
Only 120,000. That's all I ask.
Okay.
In U.S. dollars,
not
in Turkish lira, not in Turkish lira. We want bona fide.
We only deal in yen.
In yen, okay. Do you, yen and yang?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anyways, okay. Well, good. Okay, yen. Well, then I should definitely qualify then if it's in yen.
Definitely. I think the transfer rate is like 1.2. Matter of fact, it might be 1.27, 127,000. Yeah, that checks out.
Okay.
Jim, what's the credit limit? I know the credit score's in trillions, so what's the credit limit? It's got to be at least $1 billion, right?
It's almost $40 trillion now.
Ooh, okay.
The thing is, I
should call you the U.S. government.
That's exactly right. I go by what the U.S. government's credit limit is, and that is where I'm at with the national debt and the deficit. So I figured if the U.S. government, if it's good enough for the U.S. government, it should be good enough for me.
I agree. You know what? Sign me up for that.
And also, sign me up for Jerome Powell's Federal Reserve Board too, because we want to get more of the M2 money supply rolling our way. In fact, we might be able to bypass your company altogether, and both of us go in together and just go on to the talk to the Federal Reserve Board and see if we can get a little bit of the action coming out of the Fed and make a.
How about we just make our own Federal Reserve Board? We don't even need Jerome.
Well, you got to roll with Jerome though, because they're a private entity. These people are appointed by the president and confirmed by the Senate. Who's going to confirm our nominees?
Well, Mr. DJT, of course.
Well, he's only has so much power.
Who are our nominees? Us? You and I?
You and I. We got to get some senators to throw our names in the ring, or get some insiders at the Federal Reserve Board. We got to get in good with the board members there at the Fed. Do you know Austin
Jim,
Goolsby?
are we
Austin
gonna
Goolsby?
go on track, or are we gonna stay on this one?
Well, we're gonna
Because
go.
this
Do
is
you know
funny.
Austin Goolsby? He's the governor out of Chicago. Austin Goolsby. We can
No,
start with him.
I do not know who that is.
Yeah, he's the
Okay.
he's the governor of the Federal Reserve out of the central bank or the bank of that out there in Chicago.
Do you know who the bank is in California?
I don't know. San Francisco would be that one, but I don't know who the president of that one is.
Yeah, I bet we could find out.
You could probably
Get on
Google it.
phone.
I don't have the old interwebs near me right now to do that. But anyways, wait, let's do this. Let's reconnect you and I because it sounds like Riff Raff has decided to take a bail on us. But let's have fun again. Call me back on Friday, same exact time, 5:15 Central Time, okay? And we'll figure out. We'll get the names of all the governors, and we'll see if we can email them and get our names put in the ring to see if we can be a part of the establishment, and which is ruled by the Rothschilds, who were, wait for it,
Don't get me started.
Jewish. Rothschilds were Jewish. They were Jewish. It's
Really?
the Jews' fault. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Anyways, all right. Well, sounds good. So Friday, we got a date? We got a time?
Yeah, we got a date. Can I on a little bit more serious note, can I get a little clearer understanding of where your credit is at and where your credit limit is? Because what you're looking for, I know, is not any type of MCA working capital loan. What you're looking for is probably a term loan, or even better,
That's
would be a
right.
line of credit.
Probably would be. It's
If we're
definitely not
get
going to
you
be an
a line
MCA.
of credit, that would be preferred, but I need your credit to be about
Whatever is
700
easiest
in order
for
to do
you.
that.
Whatever is easiest for you. And we won't go with the MMA loan either, as well as the MCA loan. We're not violent over here. We want to be peaceful. And we're going to
Yeah,
be
of course, always peaceful.
always peaceful. If we yeah.
As far as the credit limit, give me a range. You don't have to give me an exact.
I like in between $120,000 and $120,001 within that range.
Is your credit limit or how much you want?
That's how much I want, which means that and we'll make the limits cut off right at that 1 cent. Which, by the way, they don't circulate anymore. Cents do not circulate anymore. At least new cents don't.
I know. They stopped getting created last year.
Yep. But you can still find them in change. I look for them everywhere. In fact, I go to the dollar store and buy something for $1. So I get 99 cents in change and ask for all cents. So I save them all.
Yeah, just all pennies. You could probably sell those a little later down the road for a whole lot of money.
Probably, especially if they're pre-82 or pre-83, because they're
actual copper.
Yep, actual copper, 95% copper, 5% zinc. You got it.
So, Jim, let me give you a quick overview of how this company works. I don't
Okay,
want to waste your time.
Well, yeah, let's do that. Let me do this because I gotta go too because I gotta finish slurping this coffee. But call me on Friday because I'm interested to hear about your company. So call me on Friday at 5:15 Central Time, and we will reconvene then. You can tell me all about the company. I'm very interested. Okay.
Well, I didn't get to tell you very much today.
Well, I know.
Mr. Riff Raff was.
I know, old Riff Raff. He was ball bagging us or gall bagging us or whatever that term is. But yeah.
Whatever that is.
Yeah. All right. So we'll talk Friday. Okay.
All right. Friday 5:15. I'm holding you to it.
Sounds good. Talk to you then. Bye bye.
All right, Jim. We'll talk then.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Oh my God. He's willing to continue to go on along with it. You would think he would just like. Oh, well, crazy. All right, we're back here. Okay. Well, let's see here where we're at now. Appreciate you guys hanging with me there. Some of the scammers are going to have fun with the scammers. You know, that's just how we roll. The Zombie Killer says this. This morning I bought 3 more ounces of silver despite everything. Even if silver shoots up in value, I'll keep buying. It's just what I've been told to do. Dollar cost average is a term I hear everywhere, so I'm going off of that. Well, if I remember correctly, I think Zombie Killer is relatively new. I think that's a good strategy. Although I would enhance it a bit by buying a little bit more if you can when the price goes down. Oh, here comes another scammer. Let's see who this one is. Hello?
Hello, Richard.
Yeah.
Good afternoon. How are you, brother?
What's your name? Who is this again?
This is Max calling from Pinnacle Point Financial. We spoke a few days ago regarding funding for your business.
Yes, Max. How you doing?
I'm I'm doing great, thank God. Richard, I just wanted to give you a call, see if you were ready for that funding yet.
I'm ready to have fun with funding. I sure am.
Richard's ready to have fun with funding.
Right.
Okay, so Richard, let's start with this. I remember last time we spoke, you were telling me what was the exact amount of capital you were looking for.
Well, let's what was I gonna recap our conversation. Let's pretend like you're AI, okay? And I'm gonna
Okay.
say, hey, what's your name again? Max. I'm gonna say, Max, summarize in 7,000 words or less the conversation we had last time. Go.
Okay, so Richard, so you were telling me that you were looking for something over a long term, correct?
And
And that we were looking for something like bi-weekly to monthly payments
and
and at a good rate.
that's it? That dry? And was that it? When did we talk? What time did we talk? And what day did we talk?
I'm sorry, Richard, what was that?
I said, what day and time did we have a conversation?
I'm pretty sure we spoke last week. Am I not? Did we not?
But you're not sure, are you? Because you can't remember the conversation, can you?
No, but I know we were in contact.
It could have been probably over text.
No. I'm pretty sure I spoke to you over the phone. Text? It could be you were texting with my rep Elena?
It could have been. But this is the first time you and I have ever spoken in person on the phone.
Are you sure, Richard?
I'm sure. I remember that. I would remember that voice, Max. And I would also have gone into great specificity and detail as to what I want to use the money for and how much specifically. And I would have also told you how much I earn per month. That is going to be the real big thing you're going to want to hear. And I can't. That question is going to be a banger. I can't wait for that question to come. But what's that?
Richard,
Yeah.
I gotta say you've been the best call I've had today.
Well,
I
appreciate. I'm here to make loan scammers' lives happy. I'm here to make you happy. This is what this is all about. I could sing to you. In fact, if the other people in the call center are available, if you could put me on a speakerphone, I would be very happy to sing a little lullaby in the key of C sharp to them all.
That is really funny. That is funny, Richard. So no.
They're not. You can't put me on speakerphone. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I can't put you on speakerphone. I'm calling from a dialer.
Oh, from a dialer. Okay. All right. Nice. I love those dialers. The dialers are my favorite. Dialers are the bomb. I love the dialers. They ought to make a sports team called the Dialers. Hello, Max? Got to keep the conversation going. You got to be quick here with the responses. Are you with me? Max? Max? I hear background noise there, Max. Are you okay? Max? Max Headroom? Are you there? Well, now there's gone silent. Looks like we've done. We'll see if he calls back. That'll give us the time to finish answering this question. But yes, dollar cost average is good, Zombie Killer. But think about maybe buying a little bit more if the price goes down, and maybe buying a little bit less when the price goes up. Obviously, if you have a budget and that budget you set each month, you're going to be doing that naturally. But there may be a spike on a particular day that you would buy, and you may decide not to buy that day if it goes up like crazy. But anyways, yes. America First is here. Good to see America First. Welcome. Good to see you, my friend. Glad you're here tonight. And let's see here. P. Ryan Limerick says, Happy St. Paddy's Day from Ireland. I can't find that crock of gold yet, but happily stacking silver in the meantime. Thank you, P. Ryan Limerick. There you go. Thank you. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you as well, all the way from Ireland. Very good. Original Silver Steve says, Silver is not up. Silver was at 120 plus and crashed to the low 70s. Silver will be down until above 120. People that make these statements don't believe the same rhetoric they've been yelling at us for years. Well, Original Silver Steve, you didn't watch the video. Because whenever I do my market reports, it's always as to what has happened that trading day. So you got to learn to listen. I love it when people make comments without listening. And by your measure, Steve, then you know it's like, you know, you're what are you going to do when silver goes to $119? I guarantee you, when silver to go to $119 in the next 2 days, you're going to say it's gone up. Some people, it's crazy, the logic that they have in their mind. KC Thunder says the longer Iran strangle the Straits of Hormuz, the faster the U.S. dollar collapses. Well, it's not collapsing. Every time they do that, the dollar strength goes up and silver goes down. So the dollar is strengthening as the Straits of Hormuz are being tightened here. In fact, it's almost at 100 right now. The dollar's not been is stronger than it was way before the war started. But anyways, all right, let's see here. Or whatever you want to call it, excursion, special military operation, whatever word you want to use for that. Fear has become a currency, it seems, says Russell Davidson. So many people acted out of FOMO during the rise up, but exited on the way down. I strive for integrity and humility in all areas of my life. Unfortunately, fewer and fewer people take that stand, it seems, these days. People make opinions sound like facts and ridicule those who have different viewpoint. Yeah, you're right. That's true. It's always good to be humble. You're right. And there's a lot of brash people out there for sure that think they know everything. All right. But thank you for your thoughts there, Russell. Appreciate that. And we've got Dusty Road says the push for electric cars has nothing to do with efficient and effective transportation. Electric cars are a financial shell game and an opportunity for the government to expand its regulation and control of the citizenry. Yep, has been overregulated for sure and overpushed. I agree with that. Don Doles says here, let me get over to this. He says the following. Did you know that a company called the Bullion Report is taking your videos and showing it under their name? Well, it's a channel, and yes, several people made me aware of it. And by the way, that Bullion Report channel and other channels have been doing it too. They're literally taking my content and squeezing it down a little bit and using my voice and arranging it just a little bit so they get past the copyrights. But you can report those channels. You can. I have reported it as well. Anytime I see them, I report them. But you, as a viewer, if you're interested, if you don't mind reporting them as well, I'd appreciate it. Because they're getting some views off of my work, and it's right out theft. But anyways, Lamar Avery. Wait a minute, there's still a silver shortage, isn't there? In certain aspects of the silver market, there is. And that has not changed a whole lot. There's a lot of usage for silver, right? We still have a huge deficit in inflation. So putting all those together, I'm sure there's still more to go for silver. Yeah, but it's not as simple as that. It's not as simple as that, how it moves it from day to day. But anyways, but that is part of it. All right. All right, let's see here. Lulu Lucky says, nope, not going to sell and probably won't buy. Except for the Diamond Fish round, I still need to acquire an SM Diamond Fish round. Well, thank you, Lulu Lucky. Yes, they're still available. I think they're in stock still. Link to that is in the description of this live stream as well. But thank you so much, Lulu Lucky. We've got Adult Tunes. IDGAF, what your analysis says. Or I don't give a F what your analysis says. Tell them to get Alf right now. He's always had soft hands when it came to stacking. All right. Well, the analyst, I don't know, actually even stacks at all, Adult Tunes. I don't know if they've got to. But anyways, let's see here. All right. By the way, Silver Heist is here. By the way, Silver Heist, congratulations again on 30,000 subscribers. A big achievement. If you want to add to that list of subscribers, that number, you can by subscribing to the Silver Heist channel. Congratulations again on 30K subs. Purified Water says here, this has become my favorite metals channel. Keep up the good work. Well, thank you. That's high praise, especially with all the other great channels that are out there. It means a lot to me. I really appreciate you watching very much. Quarter, do I really have to wait a week or more to get my Diamond Fist? Great video as always. Thank you. Well, I hope that's probably not unusual depending on how you paid for it. A week probably would be fast, but yes, but thank you. I appreciate you buying the round very much. El Barto says the dealers ruined interest. not only a big premium to buy, but when you sell to a common, lose another 15%, since they won't even pay spot for eagles. You don't see this abuse in gold or platinum. I believe the dealers are playing the silver crowd as amateurs and abusing the crap out of them. Yeah, I understand where you're coming from on that, but silver and gold do react differently in the markets these days. And with silver really outperforming gold for the first part of this year, there's been a flood of people selling big time. So there's an influx of it. And it's changed the market in a much more radical way than gold has. We've seen that with the price, pretty much everything. Silver's more volatile, and that includes the market and the supply chain for it. So I don't know that it's the dealer is doing that. It's just the way the market is, unfortunately. But anyways, Mr. Greenstar says here, in this market, it's kind of rough right now. A few weeks back, Peter said, if you want to ever buy gold under $1,000 again, you better get it now. And he was right then. And he's been right a lot. Well, and that very well may be the case, but the thing is a lot does not mean every time. And for him to say what he said, and I even addressed this in the video, that with the possibility that he could be right, still does not make it right what he did to urge his viewers to do, in my view. All right, let's get moving back up here and see what we've got with another comment here from John Power, and this video from this morning about Peter Schiff. It says, let's see here. Said the following here. Although I put very into everything Peter S says, I do agree silver is going to go parabolic. You have to look at the facts. Silver has been running in a deficit for 6 years. Well, we're in our 6th year now. The COMEX is being drained. The COMEX is recovering a lot faster than its manipulations. The commercial market's growing using silver, large industrial users buying it directly, not through the COMEX. China not exporting, too many reasons to list. I say silver is going parabolic. It could, John. Those are essentially building on some existing fundamentals and new fundamentals. But the thing is what moves the price day to day, maybe even week to week, is really mostly speculation and emotion. It's just that what's keeping silver up through the course of that time is the fundamentals. So it's going to build upon that, and this is why I think that on the other side of this bull run, it's going to be very interesting to see where silver is going to be, and I believe it's going to be 50 or above on the other side of this, whenever that ends. But thank you for your thoughts on that. All right, Rav, past performance is not a guarantee of future performance, but $80 looks like an opportunity, in my opinion. Yes, it could be. It's below that now, so it's even greater opportunity. Don't rule that out. Treasure Charger, it's too bad we don't have exposure to Pelosi's metals purchase points. That would be a very good indicator to buy. Yes, for sure. Her and others as well in Congress. All right, let's slurp our way through and see what we've got for the next comment. Where are we at here? See, the internet's been fine now. No problem since it. I don't know what caused it to go down. It's crazy for that time. It did, but anyways, we're back here. Scott Boyington, 9768, says, by the way, I stand ready to do push-ups. I'm all ready to go. I might need to do some push-ups anyway, but yes, if anybody's interested, I'm ready to go with the push-ups. It's all a game until the brokers, dealers, government, these YouTubers, everyone is in it for themselves, bottom line. It's all about the money. Well, the thing is, nothing wrong with making money, Scott Boyington. In fact, let me tell you something, Scott Boyington. What you do to earn a living is for the money. Everybody does it for the money. What are you talking about? Now, there's fun. If you do a job that you love, well, it's not like you've got a job. You're doing it because you love it. If you get paid for it, So, don't use that rule here and lump all of us in together, whatever, about the money. Because Scott Boyington, you're all about the money too. Make no mistake about it. All right, let's see here. Molly Russell's Ward. Sal is very smartly being careful with his words in case his sponsor ever gets sued for what's happening with SD Bullion, Smart Silver, and etc. The lawsuit is promoting buying SD bullion in the videos. All right. Yep. Well, it's not just because of that. We're trying to be fair-minded. All right. And we got Jeffrey Deutsch here says the following. Something really hypnotic about seeing a big stack as shown in the cover shot of this video. I have my own, but some really cool coins in the shot. Yes, Schiff is full-time self-promoter. Some good info, but constantly selling his product. Very distasteful, yeah. There's nothing wrong with advertising. I'm involved in it. There's a level of that, but you gotta provide some value outside of that as well. And you can overdo it for sure. All right. All right, folks. I gotta get some blood pumping here. I'm gonna do some push-ups anyway. Let's get some push-ups going here. All right. Let's do 10 push-ups. So I'll do 5 push-ups, and then we'll do, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I did 5 instead of 10 there because I'm going to do a push-up sale. That's right, a push-up sale. That means for every $1 donated via Super Chat, I'll do 2 push-ups or exercises. And every $1 donated via PayPal, friends, and family, I will do 3 exercises or push-ups. Yes, indeed. All right. As I slurp my way through this madness, let's see what we've got here. We got Significant says, I'm still going to buy. I can only afford 1 ounce silver a week, so I'll keep stacking regardless. There you go. That's awesome. Way to go. Keep going. And within your budget. That's really what matters for the most. Whoa, JM Unleashed with 5 Salivate Metal gift memberships. So that's 10 push-ups. And Michael K with 5 Salivate Metal gift memberships. That's another 10 push-ups. Let me do the first 10. Thank you, guys. You are awesome. And that's the best way, the most effective way here. Thank you so much. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And for Michael K's, I may do 10 curls. I haven't done curls in a long time. I need to get a new dumbbell. One that's smarter than this one. Here we go. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. There we go. We're getting the blood pumping now. That's right, CCT. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. All right. Just nick of time. We're getting it going here. Let's see here. All right. Let us peruse our way through here to the next comment. So we've got this here. He says, from El Kamarazov, I think you're right. Silver could crash as soon as it takes off. I'm a huge fan of his, and in the long run, I think he's right, but we might not have seen the bottoms yet. Yes, we may not have seen the bottoms yet, or the bottom yet. Robert Harrison. Let's see here. He says, don't buy because Peter Schiff tells you to. He keeps saying Bitcoin is going to crash. So as Sal would say, do your own due diligence. That's right, exactly. That's really the bottom line. Do your own due diligence is really the bottom line here. Good to see Silver Hair Stacker is here. Good to see Priva Mint is with us. Boo457 is here. A lot of good folks with us tonight. I appreciate you being here as we peruse our way through here tonight. And let's see here. We've got William Walford says this. Einstein wrote 10 equations on the board, and one was deliberately wrong. No one said anything about the 9 right answers. But everyone jeered him over the wrong answer. He was explaining the human condition. So no one will point out or praise someone for being right, but we will all chastise and focus when someone makes mistakes. Society often prioritizes failure over success. Same thing with our news media. Incidentally, people attribute this to Einstein, but there's no proof this ever happened. That does not make the saying any less true. In the end, do your own research and take your own risk. Exactly right. And that's really the point. I don't know what Peter Schiff's track record is. That's why I said in the video that, he very well could be right about all this. Still. Lonnie 5011 says the following here, and I quote, thanks, Sal, for another great video. It definitely helps in keeping one grounded and focused. I buy silver and gold as I can afford it, but mostly I buy to pass along to my child. Started in 2014. That's awesome. Way to go. You picked a good time to get in there for sure. For gold. Yes, indeed. All right. Let us press on here. Very good. And what do we have up here with this from Cody Pettigrew? Or Cody Pettigrew is what that is here. Chimes in here with this. Let me get over here to make this happen. Well, it's he has not used up these tactics, and it is sad. Looks in the community who he is closest to, and that should tell people a lot. But if you're in those guys' camps, and honestly, not much we can tell you, your mind has been made up, probably not by yourself, but the ones you choose to follow. Like following a dragon somewhere, you might get burned. Yes, it is quite possible. We can certainly overdo it in that regard. Now, by following everybody, or taking everybody, you don't want to be too in depth or put too much weight on what any one person says. It's good to get a variety of opinions as part of your research. Oven Burn says here, good advice, Sal. Schiff has been screaming that nonsense for the last 20 years. I used to have a lot of respect for him, but not so much as of late. All right, here you go. Yes, thank you, Oven. Appreciate that. Thank you, James Unleashed, for posting a link to Silver Hair Stacker's channel. Appreciate that. Good to see Fishy Fun is here. Welcome. Good to see you. And let us press on here. We've got this from Benjamin. Good. Hope metals go back down. It was a fun hobby. Been buying old graded tobacco baseball cards and 33 and 34 graded goodies. Yeah, it's fun to collect other stuff too. I certainly can appreciate that. And let's see here. We got this comment from Tom Mitchell. Says, Peter's father warned America and the world agreed that the U.S. going off the gold standard in 1971 was a big mistake. He follows Peter and received his first silver coin from a grandmother in 1980. I agree Peter can be a little over-exuberant with his silver calls. Fortunately for himself, he has been corrected more often than most early to predict the future of precious metals. I agree cost average buying silver is a smart move. I agree with Peter, silver is going up. Unfortunately, we don't know when or by how much. Based off historical ratio and current gold spot price, should be around $280 a troy ounce. With shortages expected to continue for many years, I agree with Peter, silver is going to go up, and I have to accept pullbacks as buying opportunities, not losses. Yeah, there you go. Look at those. Look at them as opportunities. It's a way to go, for sure. All right, let's see here. Okay. And where are we at? Let's get moving up here with this from Phioxorus. Chimes in with this and says, every single person who says buy now or sell now is doing it for their own benefit. It's not altruism. Every stacker expects to see a return on their investment, whether they ever intend to realize those profits or not. Some intend to pass that gain on to their children or grandchildren. That's fine. Some feel like Scrooge McDuck and listen to the clinking as the metal shift through their fingers and into a pile. And that's fine too. I bought with the specific intention of seeing my investment gain value because I intend to use that money. It's frustrating to see stagnant prices or negative growth for a decade, but my plan hasn't changed. I didn't expect the setback premium to be so high, but I still plan to liquidate about 15 to 20% soon because price increases don't mean anything until the metal is sold. It's all theoretical until you can turn those physical assets. Yeah. And really is the bottom line is when you do liquidate it, you want to make sure you at least break even when adjusted for inflation. That's right. Exactly. All right. All right. Let's see here. And let us peruse the next comment. See what we've got here. I'll get my mouse back here. Here we go. All right. Bob Dink, or Bob Inked, if I'm pronouncing that right, says here, Hope this anti-ship sentiment is not just due to his detestation of the Trump administration. Nope, I didn't mention Trump anywhere in this video. I do agree that he is a hype merchant, but over the years he's been more right than wrong. Yep, and I've talked about that too in that video. But I never mentioned Trump. In fact, I've been hard on others who have been very pro-Trump, like Robert Kiyosaki and Grant Cardone. Both fans of Trump, and I've been critical of both of those gentlemen too. Gary Wells says here, Peter has some good information, but when he mingles his political slant into his podcast, in my opinion, is right up there with the goals of The View, which I do not watch except for when parts they broadcast and others newscast segment. It's dripping with TDS and has a lot of anti-American viewpoints. My opinion on Peter Schiff, stick with the facts as you understand them and leave your political slant out. It's a real turnoff. Yeah, I understand. I mean, there is a balance there, and I don't want to criticize him necessarily for him expressing his views. I don't know what his audience is like. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, he actually took over from my favorite talk show host, G. Gordon Liddy. He took over that very program as a radio commentator. So I think he's covers a breadth of different issues. So I don't fault him for that. I may disagree with him on his anti-Trump stance. I do strongly, but I don't dissuade him or condemn him from sharing his political viewpoints, because I think that's part of what he does. I think that's what he's done for quite a long time since he had his radio show. And that was on the tail end of a political radio show. All right. Anyways, I digress. Let's see here. We got Cold Hard Truth, I think is what that stands for. Says this. We just got to hold $80 and or $80 and 5,000 on the bottom. Defense companies are nonstop using silver. Elon's building a chip manufacturing company because the other companies cannot keep up with his demand. Trump's people will take over the Fed, lower rates, and he will get oil prices back down. They've shaken out most of the weekends. All right, we'll see. We'll see what that happens. Very well could be right. Very well could be right. Yeah, I miss Rush too, Bill 457. Yes, indeed. All right, let's do a few more here. See what we've got happening up here with this one here. Billy the Kid, curious where these guys and Peter get his crystal ball from. Toys R Us, yes. I always tell people I don't have a crystal ball, but I do have one made of glass. I've shown it in my videos from time to time. Adam Jam says, once again, research for yourself. Always remember, the wolf is always around the corner. Indeed it is. Yeah, true that. Always got to be wary for it. Volatility kind of is that wolf. And let's see here. Racer says, I'm increasingly convinced that the recent run-up in silver and gold correspond with the decision to attack Iran. It's just not yet public info at the time. That, to me, is the only explanation for the dip. After the war started, the war has already been baked into the current prices. Yeah, it does seem like that's the case. And I'm telling you, when it does end, it's going to be very interesting to see what the metals market does, for sure. All right, let's see here. We got Hola Active. Hola Active says this. Metals and miners said 3 out of the 4 last month America's largest export was gold, used to settle part of the deficit. China asking for payment on gold for strategic minerals. Higher gold price in America's interest conserve gold stocks. Yeah, I don't know. I'll see. I don't know that they're going to be. I don't know what they're going to take the exchange for their minerals. I think they'll just all take dollars, is my guess. Let's see here. We've got Greg Munsterman on the Peter Schiff video. Says, so it's kind of like the diamond industry advising that you should spend 3 months of your wages on your girlfriend's diamond engagement ring. Yeah, well, maybe, I don't know. I mean, and somebody had mentioned, that Peter Schiff did not say to buy silver directly from his company, but it is implied. It really is. It really is implied, strongly implied, by the way. There's Zardoz is here. Zardoz, welcome. Happy St. Patrick's Day to Zardoz. Good to see you. Have a good night, Richard Metcalf. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate you, Richard. Have a good night, sir. Ellison. Let me get over here to making this immeasurably efficient here. After reviewing the silver chart, and if we compare 2026 to 1980 and 2011 silver bull runs, silver more than likely has peaked and will chop sideways for a year or two and create a floor. If you account for all the lows, now would be a great time to sell in order to maximize return on investment if that is really what you want to do. Or you can just continue to hold. I don't recommend buying at this time, all-time highs. I would wait in DCA and lower dips. Yeah, no one really knows. The past does not always indicate future performance, just as we've said time and time again. But yes, indeed, it's a good time to think about what has happened in the past to gauge an idea of what could happen. David Davies says, maybe when it hits $50 again, I might be a buyer of silver. All right, and it could. It's possible. We'll see here. Wait for the Federal Reserve decision tomorrow. If they're raising rates, wait. If lowering, buy. Yes, I don't think they're going to raise rates. I think they're going to hold. Nobody's betting that they're going to raise rates. Hulkaloogie, silver could dip after Trump squeezes the balls of China. Yes, it could. That's true. Good point. And let's see here. We got Albert Cross. I like Peter. He is advised not to wait and just buy now. On the weekend about 6 or 7 times of the last year or so. And he's been right for most of them. The man likes being right. Trump called him a loser and a jerk. Yeah. All right. Well, all right. Very good. Well, he might be right again, but he may be wrong. All right. Let's see here. And let's get moving here. We've got this. We've got Jamie Haas says here, no more wars. Trump sure put the damper on most investments except the oil, and his buddies already placed their puts and calls. Okay. Not a fan. He's not a fan of Trump, apparently. Dirk Lavalier Spieler says this here. Following. Let me get over to this. He says, the most I paid for 1 ounce of silver, not counting purchases from the U.S. Mint, is $97. I only bought that coin because it's absolutely stunning, and I wanted it for my collection. Nice. All right. I put my coins into 3 different categories. And one if they choose to buy from the mint and give out as presents. 2, any coins for my collection. And then I take them out and look and admire. And 3 coins to buy and put aside for resale or emergencies. Fortunately, I've not had to sell any of my coins. Well, good job. I like your categorization. All right. All right, let's see here. Ludo says this. I'll have to wait most probably very, very long to euro average down my 4.9 silver since the average is 23, 40 euros. The culture we have across the pond from Mercury, Roosevelt's, etc., is almost inexistent with Western Europe. Also, LCSs like LCS, like they talk about anyways, are non-existent. So hard to find LCSs over there in Europe. I hear you. Very tough to find stuff. Probably coin shows is where you go. I don't know. That is a shame. It's too bad that they don't have those. They are coin shops. All right. Let's see what we've got with this one from Tom Purcell. Let's get reading this, see what he's got to say. And get over here and get this thing moving so we can... Stackers should thank Joe Biden for the rise in demand for precious metals, not just his 2022 confiscation of Russian accounts, the dollar-denominated assets like treasury bills, but also his corruption and wasteful spending. He said government cannot be trusted. Well, government wasn't trusted by many of us long before Biden took office, just saying. But not just him, and the Democrats, Mitt Romney's son, also worked for Burisma in Ukraine, which was invaded after the confiscation. Did they ever link the Nord Stream pipeline blow up to Biden Obama? Biden threatened the thing and happened. Finally, Doge pulled the covers back and exposed the self-dealing, stealing and corruption. Yes, we are living in times like Robin Hood and the corruption sheriff of Nottingham. They're starting to move to California to look now, too. Nick Shirley's over there. So it'll be very interesting to see what's happening there. Kay Tulzimer. Peter has been saying this for literally every day for the past 25 years. In the long run, he's correct, but the short-term guidance track record is abysmal. Okay, so there's a different point of view there about his short-term predictions. There you go. All right. And we've got this from Helen Kessler. In 2025, Shift has the number 2 and number 4 top funds. I'll take that kind of track record. Okay. Top funds. Okay. Well, all right. That's another opinion there. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right. Yeah. Let's see here. We've got Bentley. Gas is $4 a gallon this morning, and silver is down 79.03. It's a bizarro world. Yes. Crazy times. Hopefully we'll get normalization here soon. Zach, I got a 1991 Proof Eagle. Cheaper than I could have 2026 just Sunday. Nice. Congratulations. Way to go. W. Wester Video says here. Let me get over to this. He says, we are on the cusp of the largest wealth transfer in our lifetime. Use fiat paper money to pay for bills and store your wealth in precious metals. We will see gold revalued far beyond its current $42 an ounce. You'll want to be on the right side of its revalued to 10K. Do your own research. When gold goes up, silver follows and surpasses gold as far as percentage goes. Yep. Usually it does that. When there's a bull run for gold, silver usually does go up above it. Not always, but we've seen that play out. Very, very recently we have. All right. Zach says here, so we are in an everything bubble, or that's about to pop, cars, etc. We'll see. Maybe so. Usually bubbles pop. Silver had a little mini one and it popped pretty hard. The 3D shadow. I'm in more keen on copper, but as long as our inflation soars higher and higher, it's never over for my metals. It never is, but copper you got to be very careful with stacking it. The best way to stack copper is pre-83 cents, which I actually still do. I'm saving all those cents now. I actually cashed out a bunch of them a couple years ago. Kind of wish I would have held on to them, but anyways. It is what it is. All right, let's read this one from Player 1X. If someone is saying that this didn't just run away or be turned off in a technical analysis and look at the news behind what they're saying to verify it and do your own homework. It does not mean you have to hit the buy button right away. It does not mean you need to run for the hills either. Just look into it and see if they're saying checks out or make your own decision based on looking at it, except Salivate Metal. Sal says it can be trusted. Oh, man, well, thank you, Player 1X. I appreciate your vote of confidence. I think you were just kidding there, but yes, everybody do your own due diligence. No matter what I say, I get things wrong too. There are differences for some. I don't do it out to try to manipulate my audience. If I get things wrong, it's just because I made a mistake. But thank you so much for those kind words. And I appreciate you guys. You're very kind to be with me here. Sorry we had a little hiccup earlier with the connection being lost, but we're back. We came back. And I want to thank you all for being here. And I want to leave you with this sage piece of advice. Keep your feet on the stars. Keep reaching for the ground. We will see you on Friday. And make sure to check out the videos I posted today and tomorrow morning's video. You don't want to miss either. Some pretty big news. All right, have a good night all. Take care. See you.